Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. My name's Cold Blue Light. Last time when we were messing about in Godot, we made a level in Blender. Then we imported it into our a game. And if you look here, you can see that I've been doing some work ahead of time. So hopefully today's video is not super long. But let me go ahead and show you what I've got here. We have a camera and a little sphere with a collider around it. This doesn't really do anything yet, but we're going to be working on that today. So let's go ahead and fire up our scene and see what we've got. Boom. We're in our game now, and if we press up on the keyboard, we can move forward and out into the great void of the world. Unfortunately, we can't move backwards, left, or right yet, so we're going to be programming that in today. And I'll go over the setup for what I've done. Went ahead and created a whole new scene just by going scene and then new scene. And I gave it a name, and I added a sphere here, a CSG sphere, by just clicking our little plus button and typing in CSG and then picking a primitive shape from the list. And once I have the sphere, I attached a camera to it by doing the same thing up here at the top, clicking the plus, typing in camera, and I added a basic collision shape. You can see there's a problem with this right now because it's not set up, but we'll worry about that later. Just know that we have these additional things attached to our sphere. And we have one additional thing. We have made a script. I'll open this up real quick and give you guys a look. This one is extending the sphere, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think that's how you do it. I've been reading over the manual. Basically, I wanted to make sure that I had access to the transform of the sphere. And so I just created a new script, had it extend sphere, and in it we can see we have two variables right now: movement speed, which is an integer and it has a value of 3, and jump height, which is also an integer with a value of 4. Nothing's going on at our start function. In fact, we're just completely ignoring it because all of our input that we will be needing to process is going to happen down here in our function process delta. And what we're doing is whenever there's a key press, in this case when the up key is being pressed, we're translating our sphere along a vector 3 that has a value of movement speed on the X and then nothing on the Y and the Z. And what we're going to do now is we're going to add additional directions by doing the same thing. I'll just come over here and say if input dot is action pressed, and we want action UI down, and now we put a little semicolon there, or colon. I think that's semicolon. Translate vector 3, and then we're going to move along the negative, so we're going to say minus move speed 0 0. Alright, and if we done it right, let's see, it's expecting something. Okay, vector 3, maybe it don't like minus. Let's see. Oh, I know what I have done. I forgot closing statement. There we go. So now that we've corrected that, we've properly encapsulated our little line of code there. We can save this, Control S, and then we'll go back to our main game and click up here to get back to the 3D view. And if we pan around a bit, we can still see we're in the level, so let's press F5 and get our game back up again. So if I press up, I'm now moving up. If I press back, I'm now moving back, so we're getting somewhere. And you can see we're not falling, we're just kind of gliding around, and that's fine. We'll set up gravity and all of that another time. Also, we can move through things because our collider's not set up. But we can move forward and backwards. Let's add the rest of our directions. Let's come right here, doing the same thing again. Is action pressed, and we want to move UI left. Okay. We're going to translate vector 3. And now we're going to say 0. Let's see, I think left is positive. We'll find out. Move speed, comma 0. Not forgetting to encapsulate it this time. Save it. Give it another run. Should be able to move left. Okay. Alright, no, that's up. That's good. So we've learned something about our vector 3. While we have X being forward and backwards here, when we press left, we're now ascending into the heavens, which is not what we want to do. So let's take a look. This must be Y. So 0 here, it means that Z is left and right for Godot. I'm used to Y being, I think Y was forward and backwards. Unity has a different coordinate system, but anyway, it doesn't matter. We've sorted this out. We can say movement speed, move speed, there we go. And that should correct it, so let's try again. Back to our game, run it. Forward, backwards. We're moving to the right, not the left. But now I know that that vector is a negative vector for left. And then we'll do this one last time. Dot. Excuse me, autocomplete. Thank you. Is action pressed. Action pressed. UI right. Okay. Semicolon, translate. Vector 3. 0, 0, and then positive move speed. Now we should be able to move in all directions. Don't forget to close that statement. Alright. I think we can run it from here. Yep. Left, right, forward, backwards. Nice. Nice. We are going places. We are moving about our level. And moving around is the basic mechanic of just about every game. Getting player input is a basic mechanic of everything you've ever played. And once you know how to do that, you can start building mechanics from here. So today we've done some movement, and let's see what else I remembered that I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, okay. So let me show you this new scene, right? 3D scene, because we're using 3D. Let's go CSG, a CSG sphere. I'm just going to leave this alone because I want to show you guys a problem with our level we made. So let's save. You don't have to save this. I'm going to save this as I'm just going to save this as a temp scene because I'll delete it later and you guys don't have to follow this part. Alright, let's save that. I will show you this while I'm doing it, how you link stuff in. Everything, man, sorry, really dry weather today. Everything in Godot is a node and a scene. Scenes have nodes, nodes are in scenes. And to get like our player into our main scene, you have to instance it by clicking this right here, this little chain. So we're going to instance the scene we just created, scene/temp, and you'll immediately notice the problem. This default sphere is huge. That's because the scale in Blender is different from the scale in Godot. And we'll correct this some other time when we go back to work on the map for more. So for now, what I did to fix the problem is I went to transform and then scale, and I gave it a scale of 0.05 on all axes, 0.05, 0.05, 0.05, and now we look correct. And that's all that I had to do to fix that problem. I'm not worrying about scaling the level up. We'll correct it later. We're just trying to get the game in a playable state. Alright, I'm going to remove that node, and I will close this because we're not going to ever look at temp again unless we have to check something else. I'll make another one if we ever need it, but anyway. So there we have it. We can move forward, backwards, left, and right. We have a camera attached to our sphere, and like I said, that was as simple as just clicking the plus button here, typing in camera, and then hitting create. And we have added a collision shape, but we haven't done anything with it yet. I have it set currently to capsule. Let's see what this error is. Node warning. To a collision object, please only use it as a child of area, static, rigid body, or kinematic to give them shape. Okay, so it probably wants a kinematic body or something. We'll use maybe a rigid body. This is something I'm going to have to look into later. Like I said, we're learning together, so as I learn from the manual, I will show you guys so you can follow along at home. Also, I made a to-do list. So to do, here's our topics from the Godot Engine's document pages. This is on input. That's what we did today, is we got some input going. So you can see our next task is to add collision and gravity. More movement directions, which we did. We've added some more forward, backwards, left, right. So I'm going to say done. Whoops, done. There we go. Camera controls, we can add this maybe later, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'll decide about that later on. We gotta fix our level scale and our player scale, and that's our task for now. I'm doing this to keep track of different things that we have to do to make our game ready to play, and we're getting there little by little. Just having movement is a big step forward because, like I said earlier, once you know how to take input from the player, you can build mechanics and start finishing your game. But alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I wanted to keep it short and hopefully clear and understandable. If you have any questions, just leave it down in the comment below, down in the comment section, and hit that subscribe button, share it around. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the new subscribers. Thank you to you guys for joining me. My name is Cold Blue Light, and I will see you next time.